Welcome to the Sticky Note Marketing Show. I'm your host, Mary Czarnecki. Business leaders today are overwhelmed with a unique set of challenges, from rapidly changing markets to digital disruptions, leaving many uncertain about where to focus their efforts to grow their brands and their businesses. This uncertainty can lead to missed opportunities, wasted resources, and stagnant growth. But it doesn't have to be this way. On this show, I provide clear, actionable strategies and bring in guest experts that cut through the noise and deliver consistent results. I share what works and what doesn't when it comes to effective marketing and growing your business. Tune in to discover the latest insights and proven tactics to make your marketing more profitable, lead your teams with confidence, and achieve success for your brand, business, and personal aspirations. If you've ever wondered if it's possible to skip the overwhelm and map out a plan for success on a simple sticky note, I'm here to tell you that it is. So grab that pen and those sticky notes and let's get started. Welcome. I'm Mary Czarnecki. I am a business and marketing strategist, coach, and mentor for entrepreneurs. I have spent 20 years in corporate marketing. I love seeing people grow their businesses online. We have access to more technology, more platforms as individuals, as entrepreneurs, as solopreneurs. These days, if you want your own TV show, you have a YouTube channel. If you want your own radio station, you have your own podcast. I love the fact that there's this access out there to all of these tools and technology that can help entrepreneurs make their impact and create change in the world. However, I think without a plan and without a strategy, all of those tools really can just turn into shiny object syndrome. So if you've ever heard that term or you've ever heard the idea of squirrel, yeah, that's what happens when you get really cool tools or toys, but you don't have a plan for how to use them, or you don't even know if you should be using them at this phase in your business. That's why I wanted to do this quick live here today. You can either do the done for you kind of agency model, or you can do the expert based if you have some sort of expertise or knowledge that you're able to share and package up as a service provider. I had a conversation the other day with someone about starting over and over again. And it was really interesting because it's so true that starting can be exciting, but it can also be frustrating, because if we feel like we're continuously starting over and over again without success, without reaching like a goalpost, then it feels like we're stuck, that we're frustrated and stuck in this space. But if you think about starting as not so much starting over, but there's always something, there's a new level that you're always going to reach in your business where you're going to be starting something new. So that kind of starting is really invigorating. I wanted to share just a little bit of that start path if you're like me and you're pursuing the expert-based path, the coaching, consulting. So if you're like a health coach or starting a life coaching business or business coaching business, this is the path that you would follow. The start path for a service provider, for an expert-based business, or a coach consultant, is really about the who, about who you serve. Because from my background, from corporate marketing, we always start with the niche, right? The target audience, your positioning statement is what we call in the jargon terms, right? But it's all about who you want to serve. Think about this logically in terms of who actually has needs out there, but then also emotionally. These are the people you're going to be working with. So do you want to work with them? That's really the first step, is the who you want to work with. What's the problem they're suffering with? What's the result that you are going to be able to give them based on your expertise, based on what, right? So once you know who you're going to serve, and that profile of what they're suffering with, what they're struggling with, what you're going to help them fix, you then go into kind of a research phase, which I always think is fun. But I also think that this is where having a mentor really helps, because I love learning and I love researching. And if you're anything like me, you can get stuck in this, ooh, this person's doing this, that looks fun. Or, ooh, this person is doing this, that looks fun. You really want to shorten that research phase to figure out, okay, if this is the person I want to serve, this is the result I want to get them, this is the kind of thing I want to do for them, this is how it's being presented by some competitors in the set, some other things that they would think about, okay, I'm going to choose them or I'm going to choose you. But then come up with a way to move away from the research phase and into really creating what is unique about your offering, right? So that's about the offer that you're going to do, that you want to make it a new thing, right? You don't want to be giving out what they call like the improvement offer, right? This is a new opportunity that you're positioning. Once you figure that out, you're now into step 3, which is laying out the value ladder. Now, the little funnel geek, strategy geek in me loves this part, because this is where you really walk people through the journey you want them to take. If someone finds you and you want them to now get to know you, like you, trust you, and buy from you. What is that journey for them? And a lot of the clients that I work with, this is where, if they've had experience in business, if they've actually been serving clients, they actually have the most trouble because they have a lot of content out there. They may have freebies out there already. They may have courses out there already. They may already be serving one-to-one clients or one-to-group client, one-to-many kind of clients. But they have so many different paths that new people who find them could walk down that they get confused. And confused audience members, confused customers, confused clients don't buy. They just will find someone else that is going to make the path cleaner for them. So in laying out your value ladder, you're laying out the ideal journey that you want someone who's fresh to you, maybe a new lead, a new person who's finding you through your social media, is going to walk down. I love laying that stuff out. I think it's super fun, but I think it's a step that people overlook if you feel like you're a little bit ahead of the game. So once you figure out that customer journey, once you figure out that value ladder you want people to walk through, then step 4 is really about creating that lead, that offer, and build your audience. If you have been in business for a while, you may actually have an audience, but what are you restarting? Are you restarting maybe the launch of a program you've done in the past that you've now wanted to relaunch? Maybe you're starting a new idea. Maybe you're testing a new way of serving your audience. If you're just starting out, this is pretty simple because you basically have your first offer you're getting out there, that free offer that someone is going to exchange value for it. They're going to give you something of value, which is their contact information, and you're going to give something of value to them in return. That freebie, that cheat sheet, that mini course, that video training, whatever it is that you have come up with, that's the first step to get them to understand, oh, okay, if this is the free stuff and I got this quick win from actually consuming her free stuff, wow, what is going to be working with them in a paid fashion? So that's what you want to do with that bait and build phase. So that's step 4. And then pretty much it's about building that audience, right? So whether you're building your audience on social, whether you're building it on an email list, you're gathering people, right? You're gathering people so that you can nurture them, so that you can actually create a community and actually offer them something of service. I have a client that I'm working with right now to basically do that, to figure out how we can build her audience so that then it'll be really easy once she has that kind of pool of people to offer something to. That's the next step. And if you're doing something that's new, that's fresh, that you haven't built before, this is really exciting because you don't necessarily have to build the 25 miles of track before you get people on the train, right? You can build the track as the train is moving. And actually, a lot of people worry about this, right? When people hear the term, I pre-sold my course, or I sold my course before I built it, it's actually not the worst possible thing. It's like going to college. The courses happen with you. Yes, hopefully the professors and the teachers have their lessons planned, but your engagement is going to change the dynamics of the actual class, right? How you engage, how you ask questions, that's going to change. And so when you think about a beta launch, or when you think about pre-selling a course or doing a course live with your first round to test out the concepts that you think you want to teach them, it's actually a really cool, exciting time, because that first beta round of clients, that first round that's going to join you and help you create and mold this thing for the first time in its existence, they're going to have such a great opportunity to work with you in a way that no one else who's ever going to go through this program is ever going to work with you again. They're going to be able to engage, and you as the expert, as the coach, as the mentor, you're going to be able to pull from them and understand this piece of this is actually causing more questions. Maybe we need to spend more time there. Or, oh, they get this super easy. Maybe that just needs to be a cheat sheet. So you can actually learn from your people, and they get the benefit of learning from you in this really unique fashion. Then basically that's step 6. You're building your thing. You're building your new idea with that group of initial students, those initial clients that are going through it with you. And then from there, it gets into the fun phase of funnels and evergreening. Once you've created it once and you've figured out what is needing to change, what is right, what you thought originally, once you have it down, then you can evergreen it, right? And you can put it into a funnel, and you can get all sexy with funnels and build gorgeous funnels and all that kind of fun stuff. And then it's about traffic, right? Because if you know that you can put $1 in for Facebook ads and get $100 out through people joining your course or membership or coaching program, then it's about numbers, right? Then it's about analytics. So That's pretty much the start path for someone who's going down the coaching expert business model, which I thought was a really great way to walk through it because it's what I've done. It's how I've built my business and how I'm building my business. And I think it is about restarting every time with a new idea, right? Maybe it's not that you're restarting your whole business, right? You're not changing your niche, you're not changing the who you serve. So you're not starting at one every time. But when you get down to that research phase, okay, how am I going to create new engagement in my audience? How am I going to serve my audience in a new way? What I wanted to share with you was that the course that actually does this step-by-step training. So the way I work with my clients is I'm really good at helping people take all of their ideas and put it into a strategy that is going to be sustainable for them in the long term, but also manageable in the short term. Cool thing that I think is a complement between the way I serve my clients and the step-by-step. I am very good at high-level strategy and very good at getting in the weeds too with you once you have an idea of who you want to serve and helping you actually figure that out. But the toolkit you can always have in your back pocket, it's the on-demand resource, which I think is a cool complement for my clients. I wanted to share that with you guys because I definitely see the value in it. And so no matter what phase in your business you're at, you can always go in there and be like, okay, this is the tool that I need for this week, for this phase of my business, for this season of my business. I like promoting things that I believe in. And this is a course that I've actually used. This is a course I've actually gotten value out of. I think this is a cool opportunity. This is a really exciting time of year. This is also a time where you almost want to get super clear and grounded in what you want to get accomplished and what you want to start, whether you're starting from scratch, whether you're starting over, or whether you're starting the new thing to re-engage and reignite your connection with your audience. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Sticky Note Marketing Show. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with others who might benefit. Until next time, keep it simple and stay focused.